Today, we're going to talk about how to manage up, which really means how to communicate effectively with people who are more senior than you or simply more removed from the day-to-day work. This is one of the most important skills you can develop, especially in product management, design, engineering, or any leadership roles, because no matter how good your ideas are, they won't have impact if they don't land it with the right people. And to help you with this, I'm going to walk you through two simple but powerful communication frameworks that I regularly use. Both of these have helped me to get my point across quickly, clearly, and in a way that earns trust and attention. Hey everyone, welcome back to this channel. If you are new here, my name is Teresa. I'm a product leader based in Melbourne, Australia. And on this channel, we unpack actionable strategies and practical tools to continuously grow in our career. And if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to this channel. So let's start with the bigger picture. Why managing up matters. Managing up is not about saying what your boss wants to hear. It's about framing your message in a way that it makes it easier for them to understand, act on, and support what you're proposing. You might have experienced moments where you've shared an update and gave a thoughtful explanation, but it absolutely did not resonate. That's usually not because the idea was bad. It's often because the message wasn't packaged in a way that listener could receive. Imagine this. You're speaking to a VP who has back-to-back meetings all day. They jumped in between strategy, operation, customer escalation, you name it, whatever meeting it is. When you go into a detail right away or use too much technical language, they mentally just checked out. But if you take your time to structure your message intentionally, it gets heard. So managing up is really about strategic empathy, putting yourself in the shoe of your audience and shaping your message accordingly. So step 1, understand your audience. Before we even talk about communication methods, let's talk about preparation. Good communication starts with knowing who you're talking to. Here are 4 questions I always ask myself before I prepare. First, who is the audience? Is it a senior executive, a department head, a project sponsor? Your audience determines how much context they need and what kind of information they care about. If you don't know who they are, here's how to do some homework. Go into your internal company directory to understand their level and the hierarchy, or even check them out on LinkedIn. Question 2 is, what do they care about right now? Ask yourself, what are their top goals? Are they under pressure to hit a revenue target? Are they worried about customer churn? Are they focused on efficiency or delivery timelines? Understanding this helps you position your message around their priority. Next question, what language will resonate with them? Different teams speak different languages. For example, a product manager might talk about outcomes, users, and validation. A tech lead might focus on system performance or technical debt. A financial partner might want to know or hear about cost and efficiency. So if you're using terms like spike, tech debt, or PI planning with business leaders, slow down and translate them. Drop the acronyms. Use plain English. Think of it as removing friction from your communication. And lastly, how much time do they have? This one is huge. The more senior someone is, the less time they typically have. You may only get 30 seconds in a hallway chat or a 3-minute chat at the end of a meeting. So you need to set the context quickly and make your ask clearly. That's exactly where the 2 method will come in. Method number 1, the situation complication resolution, often called the SCR. This method originally came from the world of consulting like your McKinsey or Bain, where it was used to help consultants tell structured, clear stories that could drive executive decisions. So here's how it works. Situation. What is the current state? This is where you set the scene with the relevant background. 2. Complication. What's the challenge or issue here? Here you want to highlight what's changed, gone wrong, or became a risk. 3. Resolution. What is your recommendation or proposal next step? This format helps your listener to follow the logic of your message, why something matters, and what needs to happen. So here's an example about communicating a delivery delay to leadership that is unstructured. We've been working really hard on the onboarding flow. The team ran into some edge cases during testing, and now we're dealing with a few critical bugs. We're trying to prioritize which ones to fix without delaying the whole roadmap. But it's looking like we might need a few more days. We'll let you know when we get more clarity. So here's the problem. No clear structure, vague, and indecisive. Leadership doesn't know what to do with this. Now, when you apply SCR model, it sounds like this. The onboarding flow was scheduled for release at the end of the sprint. The situation. The QA revealed that there are 3 critical edge case bugs that would impact 50% of new users and will lower conversion. Addressing this will require additional dev and testing time. Complication. We recommend delaying the release by 1 week and shifting the next sprint accordingly. This will preserve onboarding quality and keep our Q3 OKRs on track. Resolution. So how have we improved? It sets the context, clarifies the issue, and ends with a clear action recommendation. Now this way, your message isn't just a status update. It's a structured narrative with a clear recommendation. So use this method if you want to give strategic updates, problem to solution presentations, memos, or slides that build towards a conclusion. It works really well when you need to explain how you got to a decision. The second method is BLUF, which stands for bottom line up front. Now this comes from a military and an intelligence communication style where decisions need to be made quickly and clarity is everything. Now with BLUF, you don't build up to the conclusion, you start with it. So here's the format. Leave with your key message, the conclusion, decision or ask. Then give context as needed. This is great when your audience doesn't need to hear the whole backstory. They just need to know what you want them to do or understand. Here's an unstructured example, writing a Slack message to your manager, asking for a fast approval to shift team priorities. So Squad B is working on this customer reported issue that came in last week. It's a friction in the payment process. They've been trying a few fixes but are still blocked. We're thinking about temporary reassigning 2 engineers from Squad A since they just wrapped up their epic and have some capacity. We'll need to get alignment on this quickly since timelines are tight. So here's the problem with this message. It delays the ask, lacks clarity on the decision being requested, and harder for a senior manager to scan and respond faster. Now let's apply the BLUF method to it. We're requesting approval to reassign 2 engineers from Squad A to Squad B for 2 weeks to unblock a critical payment bug. This issue is affecting live users and delaying the resolution. Squad A has just completed the epic and has bandwidth. Squad B needs back-end support immediately to meet our June uptime targets. So in this key message, the decision request is at the top, followed by a clear justification. It's a lot easier for senior managers to scan and reply immediately. Let's wrap this up. Managing up isn't about being perfect. It's about being intentional with how you communicate. To do this well, understand your audience. What do they care about? How they speak and how much time do they actually have? Use situation complication resolution when you want to explain a problem and offer a clear solution. Use BLUF when you want to drive quick decisions or share critical updates. Both methods have helped me frame my messages in a way that builds trust and get things done or get done. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. And if you have any of your own techniques that you want to share, please comment in the below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.